Okay, welcome back to another Dark Horse Crypto update. Today we'll start off with Bitcoin, also look at Ethereum. Market's taken a little bit of a dip over the last couple of days. We were expecting correction to come up soon as Bitcoin was approaching this key Fibonacci level. This is the 61.8% Fibonacci from the bottom of the correction here, wave A, all the way to the top and that 64,000 level. So I thought that we would at least hit it. As of now, we've sort of lost steam right around there and starting to turn lower. Although right now we're getting a little bit of a rebound here. So reviewing the overall wave count, I still have the bearish count listed as the primary, but with the bullish count being followed also, it's very much a possibility. So considering this dip all the way from the top to be a wave A, this is the 5-leg push lower, within an intermediate degree wave 4, so a very large, expected to be multi-month wave 4 correction. Now from here, so we have what looks to me to be a corrective rise here, which is really why I have the bearish count as the primary at this point in time, followed by a dip lower. And then we have some very impulsive price action moving higher within what is either a wave C under the bearish count or a third wave under the bullish count. Now recently, so at this local peak that we got, so crypto fear and greed index, or Bitcoin fear and greed index, hit 79, which registered as extreme greed. So really people quite optimistic here, really about as optimistic as they were when the price was at 64,000. So that is consistent sentiment-wise, with at least being a local top and a pullback potentially being due. So if we zoom in a little bit closer here, looking at the 4-hour chart, so from the peak here, we do have a 5-leg push lower with a 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Now this is either a wave 1, if this is a larger correction, and we expect a significant retracement of this advance, or the alternate would be that this is all 5 waves of a wave A heading down. So we either have a 1, 2 or an AB, and then this move lower is part of a wave C. If this is an ABC pattern in and of itself here, then it'll probably end right around here, and this might just be a 4th wave correction, in which case we should still get another move up, and we probably would break through this 61.8% fib retracement at the blue dotted line. So right now I'm leaning towards the more bearish count, which would give a bit of a steep retracement. Under the most bearish circumstances, we would see it eventually drift down to break this wave A low, take us down into the 20,000s. It doesn't have to get that low, but under the most bearish circumstances, that's what we would be looking at. So we do have a bearish cross here of the moving average. I'm using the 10 period and the 50 period. So we have the 50 crossing beneath the 10. And we can see here a couple times we got a little bit of a false alarm as we got these more sideways short corrections. But in each circumstance of this, there was a little bit lower to go. So because we're getting this here, I don't think this is the local bottom of the correction. I think odds are it's at least going to go a little bit further. Minimum probably down to this 4th wave here is what I would be looking at. And then potentially lower than that. So a couple of key support levels. So these Fibonacci levels that Bitcoin's been respecting. So right now, we're actually consolidating along one of these Fibonacci levels. Let's see which one it is from the low. I had actually deleted it. Here. That's actually the 50% Fibonacci level. These are upside down, but the 0.5 lands in the same spot either way. So consolidating right now along that 50% Fibonacci. Price just pushed up, so a quick little rally, but it's finding resistance here at this 10-period moving average. So right where this spot found resistance, came back down. This one popped back up for a second, came back down, finding resistance here. We may find that it pulls back down. I wouldn't be surprised if it does. Other spots to be watching for support. So we have this anchored volume weighted average price from the $64,000 peak. The 38.2 retracement from this run down to the low. 0.618 retracement. This is going to watch. It also lines up right with this fourth wave low. Often previous fourth waves can be a source of support as well, in addition to fib retracement levels. So that's what we're at in Bitcoin. So I'll be watching this. We'll see if this can break through. Now, if we're getting a breakout here, then what we'll want to see is Bitcoin push above this, what is currently labeled as a wave 2. Either the wave 2 or the wave B, regardless. If it does, then that's a sign that this was just a shorter term pullback and we could be headed higher to break this 61.8 fib level. Right now in Ethereum, we're getting similar price action here. The overall count compared to Bitcoin is pretty similar. So considering that this is a wave B headed higher. All right, so count here. So if this is a bottom, then we either have a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then maybe correcting here in wave 2. Or we could be looking at an A, a B, and then a wave C here in progress to complete a larger B wave, in which case, once this whole move finishes, we'd be looking for a significant move lower. In the most bearish case, even to come all the way down here and break these lows at the wave A. Okay, so zooming in on the price action. Ethereum, interestingly, stalled out right at the 618 retracement at the same time that Bitcoin did. I actually thought that Ethereum was going to push on a little bit higher, so Ethereum tends to have a bit more volatility than Bitcoin does. Usually both higher upward volatility and higher downward volatility. But we didn't see that, so I thought that Bitcoin was going to come up around here, probably stall out. Meanwhile, Ethereum would be hitting this level up here before stalling out and pulling back. Now we do have a similar count here. Wave 1, wave 2, 3, 4, 5. So there is an initial 5-wave push lower. That tells us that at least short term the trend has shifted down. The rise here is in 3 waves. And then we have a complete retracement of that here, this initial first wave. This could be a 1, we might see a 2, and then should at least get a 3, 4, 5. We'll be looking to see if this 4th wave holds. It may be an area of at least short-term support. If it does hold, we go higher, then perhaps this was just a larger part of the 4th wave, maybe an expanded flat. If it does not hold, then that's an early indication that this is a larger wave degree correction, and we'll probably see either a significant retracement of this entire move, or in the most bearish scenario, If this is a wave B here, then we might have our blue wave C, which would then push all the way down and take out this wave A low. And then after that, the outlook would be, even if that happened, would be that the wave 4 would bottom beneath here somewhere, and then we would then reverse back up and push up to new highs in a 5th wave as we finish out the bull market. So that's what I'm watching in Bitcoin and Ethereum. Have a great day.